To create a rubric in Blackboard, first log into Blackboard. Then you will navigate to the course where you want to place the rubric. There are two ways you can access a rubric in Blackboard. One way is to scroll down to the control panel and click on Course Tools. Then you'll click on Rubrics. Here you can create a rubric or import a rubric. I'm going to click on Create Rubric. You can give the rubric a name, and then you can provide a description. Here you can have rubric details with levels of achievement and criteria. You can change the name of individual criterion. You can change the weight percentage and the percentage of levels of achievement. You can also click on total weight, or balance the weight equally. Then you can click on Submit. Another way you can add a rubric is by going up to a content area, and then if you already have a content area created, you can click on a content area. And then you can add a rubric to an assignment, an essay or short answer, and file response test question. You can add a rubric to blogs and journals in Blackboard, wikis, and discussion forums and threads. In my example, I'm going to add a rubric to an assignment. I'm going to click on Assessment and then click on Assignment. I'm going to give this assignment a name. I'm going to give the instructions for the assignment. And then I can also browse my computer for a file attachment or browse my content collection for a file if I have files in my content collection. I'll also provide a due date and give points for this assignment. Here is where I can associate a rubric. I have three options: select a rubric, create a new rubric, or create from existing. I'm going to click on Select Rubric. I'm going to select my example rubric, and then I can click on the page icon to view my rubric. So here I can see my criteria and my levels of achievement. If I want to use this rubric, then I need to make sure I can show the rubric to my students. Now I'm going to create a new rubric in my assignment. I can provide a description. This is very useful if you know you want to reuse rubrics. Now I can see my criteria that I can move up and down. I have the ability to edit criterion, so I can edit the criterion name. I can also edit my levels of achievement. If I don't like the names novice, competent, and proficient, I have the ability to edit. Also, it's very important that within each criterion area that you provide a description for what constitutes novice and competent and proficient. So you'll fill in each of these sections. You also have the ability to check or uncheck show criteria weight. You also have the ability to change the weights manually and the percentages in the levels of achievement. And you also have the ability to balance weights equally, or you can change. Within rubrics, you also have the ability to change this to just points if you don't want percentages. I'm going to change mine to percentage. So remember to fill in each of these sections. And then when you're done, you're going to click on Submit. I'm going to delete my example rubric, and I'm going to show my new rubric example. I can also fill out my submission details, grading options for this assignment, and how the assignment is going to display for grading. I also need to make sure that I check that this assignment is available. If you want it available during a certain time, display after, display until, and then you can check or uncheck if you want to track number of views. And then you're going to click on Submit. The assignment will appear. I'm going to enter Student Preview. Then I'm going to click on this assignment. This is what your students will see. They have the ability to view the rubric. So when they complete the assignment, they can follow along with your rubric.